is that, Matt?
Because it doesn't work.
Oh, I mean,
We're
it does
live.
work.
Why didn't you tell me we were live?
We just went live right now.
Oh my
I was gonna
God.
count you down as soon as I was gonna finish that sentence. Ready? Here we go.
Well, no, you
Matt,
can't
we're
do
live.
that. No.
No. We're live in 3, 2, 1. There you go, Matt. There you go. We're
no,
live.
we're not
Go.
doing it because I didn't share it yet.
Oh,
You gotta
shit.
just keep talking. Can you just keep talking?
We are live.
It says we've been live for an hour and a half.
That is not true. And no, not at all.
Well, that's what it says.
Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
You're lying. I might have been connected for an hour, but definitely we're not going live
All
for
right.
now. All right, in 3, 2, 1, live.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of the Matt Light Podcast. I am your host, Matt Light.
Come on, you're splitting me already.
What?
Oh, God damn it.
And alongside me here is my beautiful boy, Dustin Dowling. Dustin,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. We got a good warm up today.
You know what? I did not feel good until about 30 seconds ago.
Till you start saying things.
I have coke
And
nose right now.
That's a problem.
But I don't do cocaine.
Oh.
But I remember when I did it a couple of times that's what your nose feels like.
So then what actually happened then?
I'm just very congested. I think the allergies are getting bad in the city right now.
It's the city's fault. City's got some problems.
I will tell you this, since COVID happened, I swear to God, the weather, like the allergies have been so much fucking worse.
I might be climate change, actually.
Well, I don't believe in that. You know what? I don't believe in climate change. That does not exist. You know what else doesn't exist? The Steelers having a fucking quarterback. Big Ben, me and Big Ben used to be friends all the time. I remember the one time he took Horseface back to the hotel. He asked for a kiss. Ben denies it. Ben won't endorse me. Ben, you're fired. Hey, listen, ever since Ben unfriended Trump,
Yeah.
he hasn't been good.
No, when you say unfriended, was that a legit follow on Twitter?
I mean,
for
no,
him?
like they were just actual friends. Ben would go golfing with him. I remember Trump told a story that apparently never happened. He was at a rally in Pittsburgh and we love Big Ben here. Big Ben's an amazing, you know what? He golfs, not the strongest golfer, but he's very strong. Big Ben, one time I saw him hit a golf ball and he hit it and shredded a tree with his ball. Ben is strong. And Ben was like, yeah, that never happened. But I like how of all the stories Ben denied, Ben never denied the fact that he took Stormy Daniels, walked her back to the hotel, and tried to kiss her.
Oh, is that a legit story?
That's what Stormy says.
I think now that you said the whole thing, now I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a story.
You remember Horseface? That's what we used to call her, Horseface.
He really thought that was her name too. That was the whole thing.
Horseface.
Horseface.
It's German. It's German for Kentucky. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't even know where to start. My life is just in fucking shambles.
Your life's in shambles.
Right. The Steelers are 1-2.
Is it? Wait, so your life's in shambles because of the Steelers? First
No,
of all?
but that's
This
what I'm
is
gonna
to
say.
get-
It is because I don't want to get too personal right
You're
now.
right. Let's talk about sports for a second.
I mean, like I've never seen a worse fucking product ever. That game on Sunday was the worst piece of shit that I've ever seen. Like, and I told you last week I went to the game and I had fun and I drank and it was a good time. But dude, it was 4th and 10. You're down 2 scores and you throw a fucking screen pass.
It's so weird when the entire crowd is like, why would you do, like everyone around you wants to do this. And it's like, did you see something?
Dude, as Ben was releasing it from his hand, he put his arms up. Like, why the fuck did we call that play?
It did seem like that. But you would think, afterwards that like, oh, they're going to say like, oh, we saw something. So I think the excuse was basically like, well, I think I just ran out of paper. I ran out of plays. I couldn't find the playbook. Like,
That's what Tomlin said,
it was
pretty much.
Something like along the lines of that.
Obviously, we had a playbook, and we tried to execute what we saw on the playbook, and unfortunately, the playbook was a fucking coloring book from Magic School Bus.
It's like, listen, like I had the controller, and then someone took it from me, and it was stuck on pause, and I didn't know if I wanted to go with X, Y, or Z.
I mean,
so I just made it up.
Bro, there's not like one good thing that the Steelers are doing right now.
No.
Cam Hayward looks great. That's awesome. Najee Harris looks fucking awesome.
He looks great when he catches the ball.
Yeah. Well, they had 3 drops, and Mike Hilton.
I know. rough.
was talking shit, and then Tyler Boyd was like, I've never seen the Steelers give up the way that they did before. You know, and
that was the ex-Steeler, right?
Yeah, no, Mike Hilton was. Tyler Boyd's an ex-Pitt Panther.
Oh, okay, that's what
so
it was.
we kind of
Pitt
knew
Panther.
the Steelers
right,
from
Pitt
there
Panther,
too.
My bad.
And it's just so funny to me because it's like all the Steeler fans are mad that they did this. It's like, bro, you should be mad that your team sucks. Like, why are you mad at another team for whooping your ass?
You know what? Because it's
the
never
Tom
been,
Brady thing.
But it's also never been a thing for the Steelers. Like, I was even kind of feeling that. I'm like, oh, this is weird. Our team sucks. Like, how am I supposed to react? Because you're right. You can't have this reaction where you're always defending your shitty team.
Right.
Like, yeah, at one point, you got to accept that you have the shitty team.
Like, yeah. Like,
know?
the we have 6 rings argument no longer exists to me.
Oh, shit.
You know, because, here's the thing. This team has been on a spiral for years. The only thing that we're proud about is Mike Tomlin not having a losing season. But the reason why Mike Tomlin...
real close, by the way.
Well, the reason why we're not ever there is because he makes ridiculous trades to stay at 8-8. Instead of going 4-12 and getting a good draft pick, we'll trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick. We're going to extend TJ Watt. We're going to do all this stuff. But it's like, that stuff is not going to make you better moving forward. We don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
We don't have an offensive line. We don't really have wide receivers. The wide receivers get hurt every play. I don't know if that's Ben, like, fucking getting them fucking laid out.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
The conditioning on this team is fucking terrible.
It's awful. And I know we don't want to stick on sports for too long, but
3 groin injuries.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I want. The groin injury is always the injury that rookies get, and people that haven't had a lot of good practice.
I feel like Ben was like, "Here, guys, take my Viagra's, get rock hard, and run into a fucking wall."
Well, it makes sense. Watt didn't really practice, and then he gets a groin injury in second game. That makes sense. Yeah, because you weren't practicing. That muscle is just so easy to tear unless you are so working on it every single day.
What do you always tear other than your pussy? What is it? Your shoulder?
Me in
shoulder
particular.
pops?
My shoulder pop, but I got surgeries over the pandemic.
Did you?
It does not pop anymore. Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
I went through. I forgot when. I'm not sure I already told you.
You
about
would just
that.
dangle like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It was fucking awful.
I would laugh at you all the time. You're like, you need to pop it. Stand here and pull my arm.
You did, and then you popped it. And we popped it out during.
And then I'd fuck you up again at the football game.
But you didn't pop it out. You like to try to tell everyone you popped it out when you hit me. That's not what happened.
Come on, bro. That's what happened.
That is
Look
not
at me.
what
I'm a
happened.
Fucking tank.
You're talking the MVP of that game, by the way.
Were you named MVP?
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, the last game of the last game.
Didn't matter. Nobody was playing.
What are you talking about? I'm
a 3-time MVP.
You're such in La La Land. You are just like
Google me, bitch. 3-time Super Bowl MVP. For those of you, which is everyone who has no idea what we're talking about.
Right. So inside right
Every year we used to do a community flag football game for all the comedians or anybody associated with comedy. We quit doing it because I hope every comedian in the city fucking dies. And unfortunately, it's not tackle football, so I can't murder them.
The very first year, I think it was tackle football, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I did some
someone got murdered.
Well, Brad Ryan broke his wrist. I hit Stapula a little too hard, and I shouldn't have.
Wait, Stapula? Yeah.
Stapula was on the first one, yeah.
Really?
And I love Alex. I've always liked Alex.
He was out the first
but like, I just remember we did a kickoff, and like he just was not looking, and I was like, well, you're done. And I fucking launched him, and when I hit him, I didn't realize how much more I weighed. And
plus, he probably wasn't like in like a football stance.
No, he played soccer.
Yeah, like he wasn't thinking you were gonna come crush him in a
on a game that we're all supposed to have fun.
Yeah, You're going 110%.
I was 3.
I'm making the team,
dude. I was 3 Monster Energy drinks into it. My goal was to fucking hurt everyone, not him though. And when I did bump him, and I did hit him kind of hard, and he fell. I immediately, like, all the like fucking that I had in my chest went away, and it was just like, you fucking piece of shit.
To yourself.
Like, that's one of your only friends on the team. And you hit him.
Yeah. But at the time, you were like, I'm crushing this
I'm just sending a message to this fucking team.
You know, I wish I would show this clip, and it was a college clip. The same thing. He got knocked out of bounds on his own sideline, by the way. And it's some... equipment guy or something like that, just sitting there, and he kind of bumps into him. And when he realizes who it is, just fucking lights him up.
Yeah.
And it's his own team. And it was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, either the guy's a complete asshole or like he knew that guy and was like, here's my excuse to fucking just toss him into the
There was a
benches.
dude named Ron Placone. I hated his guts too. I used to call him Snooze Placone because he would put everyone to sleep when he was on stage.
He also has a podcast that
Don't care.
Yeah.
He does well though at
yeah,
it.
he's on
Who
Jimmy
cares?
Dore.
We're
He's
not.
on Jimmy
You're
Dore
not.
all
You're
the time.
not. You're not.
I'm sorry, I listen to Jimmy Dore. So.
Wow. Good for you for coming out. That's amazing. Congrats, bro. Do it in June when it's cool.
Yeah, I gotta do it when I can signal all my friends and then make it as big an event as possible.
But yeah, I remember there was a touchdown opportunity for him, and I wasn't even covering him. I was covering somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever was quarterback threw the ball pretty high up, and I was like, I can get close to him if I'm not gonna hit him or intercept the ball. I was like, drop it, you fucking pussy. And he turned around and it just like ducked and the ball just dropped. And I was like, it's 4th down.
Yeah.
You going for it or what, bitch?
I play for keeps. I play for keeps. You know, he's just so
We should make a
hardcore.
movie about it.
I know. You know what's really funny? I had that in my notes.
Oh
but,
my God.
You know,
So cool.
that's fine. We'll talk about more of that. That movie will happen.
What'd you do this weekend? Did you do anything fun?
I did. I took my daughter she had like a party for her friends at like a jump park. You know what a jump park is?
Oh, when you look at the ugliest girl and you just beat the fuck out of her?
No, I think you're really off on this one. This one's for kids, not for adults. So
Jumping. You jump someone.
you
Like, look at that bitch. That bitch got the new Trapper Keeper and you just fucking stomp her fucking chest in.
Oh, that sounds awful. Why? This seems like a thing you would wish that was like an
We
operation.
never did that at Westview.
Oh,
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
No, it's like a park that has like a bunch of trampolines and stuff.
You should have said a trampoline park.
Trampoline park. Jump park.
Jump
Trampoline-
park sounds like a suicide pact.
We'll see what it.
Oh no, Chris Hansen.
But what it reminds me of, it's like when I used to watch Guts on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I want to do that, but I can only see it on TV. Well, now there's a place you can go do that.
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Did you do it?
Did I not this time, but I have done it before.
Okay, so I have too, and I was sore for 2.5 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And I think before I should have maybe done it because before I still had my shoulder messed up. But like the rock climbing thing and you can jump and stuff. I mean, it really feels like
And they have slam
Guts.
ball.
Yeah, and they have like slam
The
ball. and
basketball.
stuff.
Remember that show?
Mm.
That show was so cool. Why was that game never
What
like
in what show? In what
slam ball?
Oh, it was
where
called Slam
It
Ball.
was it was on like Spike TV. And it was trampolines on a fucking basketball court. And you'd fucking just spear people as they would go up and like, dunk.
Oh,
And you'd like
that's
swing
awesome.
your nuts in their face.
see, but they also had a version of that in Guts, but they always suck. They
Oh,
would
yeah,
jump and
yeah,
they would
yeah,
try
yeah.
to dunk, and the kids always missed.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I hated watching that show because I was like, I would smash all you fucking pussies.
they were always awful. They were.
You
so
can buy the
terrible.
Aggro Craig on Etsy. It's a really shitty one. I was watching a documentary about Guts, and it turns out that you don't get anything.
You don't get like you mean money or
That
nothing.
trophy, you don't get it. There's only one of those.
You don't get like a piece or like a mock version of it.
No.
What's the thing that Pat McAfee has behind him on his set then?
He bought it.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's like the whole point of the show
You
is to get one of those.
You
things.
get the medal apparently.
Oh, okay.
Because someone said that they claimed that they were selling it, but then I saw somebody say you don't win anything. You win like the BK Knight shoes. Remember those? The ratchet shoes.
Yeah.
You'd get that or like
I thought maybe like the first couple ones they did have it, and they're like, we can't just keep giving these huge trophies out. Let's just give medals.
Global Guts. I think turned me racist. Right?
You gotta but you gotta explain that a little bit.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
Leave it at
We
that.
still hate Trinidad, right,
But,
Nikki?
yeah, is that-
Nicki Minaj. No. Here's why. Because they would always have one American
Right, yeah.
and then two other countries, but they were always stereotypical. Like the American always looked white.
Yeah, it was like literally like, blonde, blue
And they were
eye,
like, oh, and
Hitler,
here's-
Hitler youth.
Yeah,
You know,
and they're like,
American.
here's Jamaica, like the fucking darkest human in the world. And then Helga from Germany would fucking, braids down her
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, because you gotta have the
pussy.
girl. You gotta have at least
Yeah.
one girl too.
And you would just watch it and you would, fucking the dads would be in the stands, USA, USA, as they're going through that like string rope trap where they have to dive and get stuck in
Like,
Charlotte's
let's go to
Web.
Mo with the replay. Mo, it's like, let's see it. Olga cannot get through the first vine. Hello, she fell in the water. Look, 0 point for Olga.
Yeah,
You know?
and we were just like, oh, and it was so funny when like you would be. When they'd have like Jamaica and they do the swimming thing, and we're like, oh man,
What? Like they're not good at that either.
you guys really can't swim.
Oh my
like,
goodness!
I didn't know that was.
They were because they were. I think the show obviously was trying to find people that it was like big. It was like, oh, this was new for them, and obviously we're not good at sports at all.
So everyone could watch the show and be like, I could do this.
Yes, and maybe that too. That was like an added bonus.
My show, you know what? My show that I always wanted to be on.
What's that?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
They're bringing that back, by the way.
Well, they're making a movie.
I'm sorry, they're making a movie of it.
Here's why I like that show, because you would have to go around, you'd have to put the gold monkey together, and you'd get the fucking coins, and Omeg the Rock would talk to you and be like, "Hello, only 4 people, blah blah blah," and you would step on the stone. If you got the question right, you go forward. You listen to a story that never existed. There were always white privilege stories too. Like everything in social studies that we learned that didn't really happen.
Yeah.
The Pilgrims and Indians had what side? Cranberry sauce.
It's like the broadest term.
Yeah, ocean spray orange juice, or our other sponsor of the day. And it was like, all right, motherfucker, none of this happened.
It's so funny.
But like the one thing about that show that I always
then black people would come and take you away. Like they would rob you. Like all right, we're taking you. Like
that was my favorite part because, bro, they had grown ass men on steroids, Samoans, face painted like the Ultimate Warrior, and they would fucking they wouldn't like scare you. They fucking cover your mouth, fucking chloroform you, fucking grab you and pull you into a fucking that show could not be on right now. It was taken before Taken happened. But what I always wondered was this, right? As I always wanted to find somebody and I wanted to always ask them on this show, like that was a contestant and be like, so like, did you get to meet these like Ultimate Warrior idiots beforehand? Like, hey, I'm Garrett. Just want to let you know. Like,
I'll be grabbing you by the collar. And
I'm gonna put you in a fucking guillotine. And then as soon as the camera cuts, I'll let you go and you can finish your orange slices. Like was it like boo, and then it was like, that was good. Okay, now honey, you're gonna go around back and you'll be fine. Or are these kids dead? Maybe this movie is about missing children that were murdered on Omeg's fucking set at Universal Studios.
I think this is the start of the what is that? Not anonymous, but the Aeon or QAnon. This is how QAnon started.
QAnon.
Like QAnon is like it's how they started getting the kids in the 90s on these Nickelodeon shows. And like when they would fall through like slime or get captured
that
on
means
Hidden
Hillary
Temple.
Clinton's drinking your blood.
Yeah, like Hillary Clinton's back there and then like lights just on you. It's like you're mine now.
I'm gonna spit all over your sound system.
Great, that's the way to turn this on.
What a show and you know what, dude? You know what's really fucking depressing?
What?
Have you ever been in Nickelodeon Studios?
I was at like the version you could go to in Florida, but I don't know if it was the actual studio. It was like the, like almost a ride type thing. I don't know if it was the actual studio.
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there. There was a show called Slime Time Live. I was on it. No big deal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No big deal. I won, by the way. Doesn't matter.
Make sure that's in your Wikipedia, by the way.
The thing is it was so heartbreaking. And anybody listening to this, I'm going to ruin your fucking night. Google search Nickelodeon Studios now. Because you remember what it looked like? It had the fountain.
Yeah, it was
had
awesome.
The big Nickelodeon orange cum shot on the wall.
I couldn't wait to go there.
Bro, look at it now. It's a white warehouse building with like blue trim on it.
Oh, because they don't even, is it even still the Nickelodeon place? No, it's just part of Universal Studios.
It's nothing now. It's legit nothing. And there's like a couple artifacts still in there just because nobody fucking grabbed it. But I went through a wormhole when I was like 4:30 a.m. one time, drunk as fuck. And there was a BuzzFeed thing, like 13 things you don't know about why you want to kill yourself. I'm like, oh, let's see this. And it was
typical night.
And it was just, I'm just looking at Nickelodeon Studios. I'm like, oh, my childhood is fucking gone.
It's awful.
Do you remember Nick or Treat?
Was it Nick or Treat?
I probably should have said that slower.
It was
Nick or Treat. Do you remember?
Wait, was that what it was called though?
You'd have to call in.
Okay.
And they would call you. You'd sign up. You'd send a postcard.
Yeah.
And they would call you on like Halloween night.
And you would have to respond.
Nick or Treat.
Yeah.
And you'd have to get something.
And if you didn't respond, I guess technically you lost.
You didn't get anything, right? So first of all, think about how weird that is. They're calling.
Oh, that's like the beginning of my anxiety because I remember that. I'm like, oh my God. So every Saturday night on Snick or whatever, I would have horrible ones because I signed up. And I'd be like, don't touch the phone. When I'm like practicing, like,
fuck you, Mom. This 37-year-old man wants to talk to me. Nick or Treat.
Nick or Treat. You're like practicing it, like Nick or Treat, Nick or Treat. And like the phone rings, you're like, oh crap.
So listen, I won. We went in 1993. We went in early October of 1993, and you'd fill it out like at a baseball game. You fill out your all-star card and you drop it in. You would fill it out, and then they would call you. Well, it was a Thursday night, and I'll tell you'll understand why I remember it was a Thursday. They called me. I picked up. Nick or Treat, right? I won. I won Nickelodeon GAC. That was it. Just won Nickelodeon GAC.
But at the time, pretty new.
But also, I didn't care because I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I remember on TV they were giving away like big fucking prizes, like a $500 shopping spree to fucking Toys R Us.
Yeah.
All I got was Nickelodeon GAC, but I didn't care. My Nickelodeon GAC came in the mail. I was talking about it. I remember 2 years ago having a conversation with my mom. I was like, dude, we were just talking about cool shit. I'm like, remember how cool it was when I won Nick or Treat? She goes, that was Frank from Bingo who called you.
That's great.
It's not funny.
I love that.
No, that's not funny.
Oh man,
I was so fucking for 26 fucking years. I thought I won a Nickelodeon contest, but my grandma's friend who ran the bingo at St. Cyril's fucking called me on Thursday night bingo night for me to say Nick or Treat while I'm with my dad.
Oh my God, I'm in tears. So, not to rub it in, but I actually did win one of those things, but not on Nickelodeon. It was on Fox 53, the Disney thing. It was during Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
And my name came across the screen. It said Dustin Dowling. I had to call in a number, and I couldn't remember the whole number. And I remember just randomly calling numbers that were, for some reason I was by myself. I don't know why at that time. My mom must went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But I got like $100 shopping spree at a grocery store. I just remember buying a bunch of like Cheese Whiz and crackers and whatever junk food. But that's
pedophiles ruin so much cool shit. Right? You can't do Nick or Treat anymore.
You can't do any of this.
You can't do this. You can't call Game Genie anymore. Remember that? You'd call Game Genie, get fucking passwords for video games.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember the biggest
off limits now.
Bro, do you remember the biggest scam of all time?
What's that? No, what do you mean for
Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Super Mario.
They have like game codes or something?
You'd listen. So it was like Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. It'd be shaped as little fucking characters, mushrooms, princess.
Yeah, whatever
crowns,
branding they want to do.
Right. Then on the back it was like call for Super Mario package, whatever the fuck it was. It was like 39 cents for first minute, $6,000 for the next minute.
Oh, it's when they still did.
My
this
mom
shit.
beat the fucking shit out of me for trying to talk to Yoshi.
Was that the one you wanted to talk to?
Fuck yeah, because he wouldn't talk. He'd go, bloop, bloop.
Because he would.
Remember that sound when he come out of the L? Bloop, bloop.
That was so good. Oh, we'll clip that. But you wanted to talk to Yoshi.
What do you want to talk to fucking a fucking
Mario?
A shitty plumber from Blawnox?
It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario. I got to know healthcare. What the fuck? I get hit in the head with hammers by turtles.
And you get interrupted, like, please insert 25 more cents, or please add your credit card.
And I'm like, yep, go ahead. Just extend this.
What you wearing?
But I think it's me, Mario. Peach is like, you know what else is smooth as a peach?
going down that road.
Well, you just said, shut up.
Mine was with the accent, so it was funny.
You could do it with WWE. Remember that? You could call the WWE guys.
Yeah.
Remember that? The guy, Todd Pettingale, he'd be sitting, hey, we're here right live. Hey, look, Shawn Michaels is right now taking calls with a big AOL fucking logo.
Yeah.
And Shawn just pushing it. Because this is when nobody knew how to use computers. Shawn was like 28 years old and computers just so happened then. He's pushing, he's on the cell phone or on the fucking corded phone. But it was so funny because like he's like a good guy, but right behind him was like Owen Hart, who he just beat the shit out of. And I was like, shut the fuck up, get off the phone.
Right.
But like, here's my thing. Okay.
That's so funny. It's true.
Bro, there was only like 12 wrestlers that how many fucking people do you think called? Thousands, right? Probably like 20,000 at once. So like, what were these conversations like? Hey, it's Shawn Michaels. Fuck you. Hey, it's Shawn Michaels. Suck it. It's the Heartbreak Kid. I'll fuck your mom. Like, what were these conversations like?
It had to be like recordings, basically. It couldn't have been really them. But I do remember like that breaking like the whole universe where I was like, yeah, what the heck? They're not friends. Why are they sitting next to each other? That doesn't make any sense.
You literally just headbutted him in the dick.
Yeah, he just came.
And now all of a sudden you guys are on 1-800-COLLECT-CALLS talking to 6-year-olds. This is bullshit.
Back to like luring more pedophile stuff. What the hell?
Pedophiles ruin everything.
Oh my God.
Can't listen.
You're right. You can't talk to Bret Hart anymore because of pedophiles. This is bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I would never talk to him anyway.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck Bret Hart, bro. I hate Bret Hart. You know, and it's crazy because it's like pedophiles ruin everything in a sense where like if there was a little girl who needed help, I would not help her.
Is this why this young girl, no one got help?
I'm just saying, like
right
if there's
now.
a little girl by herself downtown, I'm not talking to her. Like, she's like, Mom, Dad. I'm like, fuck that. I've seen this before. You're gonna offer me lemonade and cookies. I don't believe you.
Yeah. It's like, no, you can't even say hi friendly anymore.
You can't help people. You wave to a kid or like you don't know anybody. Like, oh, your daughter's so cute. What do you want to fuck her?
Yeah, that's crazy. So my daughter has friends, and sometimes they're just being polite, and they start talking like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Down," and you're just like, I gotta go. I can't even have a regular conversation. Like,
you can't.
You're like scared as shit. They're just being nice and polite, but then your mind's like so hooked on how everyone thinks now.
Yeah, there was I run social media at a place, and I was at a store that I run social media for. And there was a girl who was probably like 23, 24, right? Mm-hmm. Had special needs, and she needed a car ride home. And I wanted to help her so bad, and I couldn't do it. She's like, I only live a couple blocks away. I go, well, then you can walk. And she's like, it's raining. And I was like, all right, well, you can wait here, and then when it's done raining, you can walk. Because like if there wasn't such a group of shitty people, I would have loved to drove her.
We're making it worse. So now the only people that are coming up to children and helping them are the pedophiles, and the nicer people are not.
I know. And then I know. At least like have a 50-50 chance when someone says hi to you. Like, hey, this person just might say hi. The other might just fucking throw me in a van.
Yeah, now it's like...
But so listen. So I was like, well, I'll get you an Uber. And then I'm like, no. Because I'm not putting her in a car with a fucking stranger that I don't know.
That's my suggestion was going to be that. That seems like the more logical thing, though.
So we just had the older lady that worked there.
Okay.
I go, well, you drive her. And she was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that was probably the right decision,
right?
Actually. Yeah.
I just, I felt responsible for a kid that I didn't want to help because I'm not allowed to. Because of rules.
Because society won't let you now.
It's crazy.
Right? It is crazy.
It is nuts.
Well, this is a good time to get everyone to rate and review us right off this awesome topics that we were talking about. So make sure you check out the Matt Light podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and Facebook. And even more importantly, check us out on patreon.com/Matt Light Comedy. We got some bonus episodes, and you guys can suggest topics for us to talk about. There's that.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear us talk about global guts and pedophilia.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about stuff that's way worse.
I'll be honest, I'm enjoying this conversation right now.
With the pedophile part or just our
No,
regular?
just like we're just talking about shit that I didn't think we would talk about.
Yeah, we kind of jumped into some funny stuff and it reeled together.
It's almost like we should have our own podcast together.
It's almost like we should do this. We should actually have a podcast called the Matt Light Podcast, which is part of the Pits.company. Watch more videos and podcasts at www.thepitts.company. And our broadcast services are provided by TheGateway.media.
Yeah.
Go to www.thegateway.media for all your video production needs. TheGateway.media. What can we make together? What can we create together? I think that's the log line. I almost messed it up.
Isn't it your company?
I know.
Make whatever you want.
It was whatever I want.
It should just be The Gateway. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck? It's the clip from Will Ferrell when Will in Wedding Crashers when they go to see him and she's like, by the way, funniest line in that whole movie. She goes, the mom opens the door. They're like, is Chaz here? She doesn't even say anything to Owen Wilson. She just turns her head, walks away in her robe. She goes, Chaz, someone's here to see you. And pick up your fucking skateboard. And then so you think a kid's coming, and then Will Ferrell comes walking out. She's like, what the fuck do you want?
And he's real aggressive for the first minute and a half.
Bring it in, brother.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, mom, get that meatloaf, mom, fucking meatloaf."
Speaking of that, Ma the meatloaf, fuck. Eli Manning said it on Monday Night Football. Peyton was. Well, I'll talk about these guys every week. They're fucking. Peyton was making fun of Eli, saying, "Yeah, Eli, you're probably just at home right now with mom living at home." And Eli just turned his head. He's like, "Ma, the meatloaf, meatloaf, we want it now."
How do these guys not suck, but almost feel like it's like, oh, they suck, right? Then you start watching them like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's bad.
Eli bats 1,000 on that. Everything he says is hysterical. He had to apologize. Did you see that?
No, I saw him. Was he whipping people off or was that
middle
photoshopped?
Finger.
Was it photoshopped?
He gave him middle finger. No, so here's what happened. Hold on, let me sip some water.
It's good if the Mannings are apologizing. That's when we're getting somewhere.
Well, I think Peyton farted in a doctor's face when he was a quarterback at Tennessee.
Okay.
When he was in college. He farted in a female
a female's face.
A female doctor's face and laughed at her. Or something.
Wait,
someone said,
did AB do that?
They said AB did it too. He did something with his dick or his asshole. I forget. These two confuse me. They're completely
I'm thinking
opposite
Brett Favre, some shit was sending some cockpits.
He's sending his fucking hammer.
He's sending out that
I would have
hammer.
loved to seen it. You think Favre has a hog?
He's got to have a hog. Come on, that man's huge. Look at this guy's with
I mean, I
huge
never
hands.
see his dick bulging out of those Wrangler jean commercials.
They don't try to biff him up a little bit.
We'll
I'm not looking there. Are you looking there? Should we be looking there?
So what Eli did, it was on Monday Night Football. And they were talking about, he's like, being heckled at a game is like crazy. Like they say the most offensive things about your family, about your mom. He's like, and I don't know how he talks, but he's got like this shitty country Louisiana accent.
Yeah.
He's like, and sometimes you got these 9-year-olds that just give you the double bird. I don't know if you can blur this out, and this fucking does it anyways. And bro, he lets
live TV, trying to get on there.
Yeah, but bro, he had the middle finger sitting there for like 14 seconds. He's just sitting there like somebody screenshot this right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to trend. He did. That's
Double
what the
bird.
one picture that I saw this morning on Twitter.
And then the caption is so funny on the NFL memes page. It says, "How many times have you beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl?"
Oh, that's
and he
gold.
does the two double.
That is
birds.
gold. Oh man, that's fantastic. See, there's no one out there that really says it's a bad thing. Like maybe now they'll get what? Can you get a fine? What is it even on? It's cable. So
I don't know.
ESPN can just be like, then you can't do that. It can't do what? Suck it.
Suck it. I mean, we need more suck it celebrations.
We need to take that picture and put him in a DX shirt. Like,
Who's
that's
that?
Manning with the
Manning?
thumbs
No,
up.
get him.
It
Put a
just-
Stone Cold through.
Yeah, you're right. 316.
Manning 316.
Manning
What?
316. That's fucking great.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers talking about Pittsburgh?
I did see. I didn't hear him, but I saw some of the.
He's talking
clips.
about how he loves Pittsburgh. He's
Yeah.
he's a big fan of. Listen to this. He thinks big Pittsburgh dad is hysterical.
Someone sent me a text message that asked if I saw that, so I haven't investigated.
If you think I hated Aaron Rodgers now, I fucking hate him now. That's what you think's funny? Hey, Deb, go wash my asshole on that. Every episode's the same.
Man, I'm telling you, it's
I don't care.
He's leaning in because his buddy is Pat McAfee. We're playing the Steelers this week. What couple things you got to do besides winning with 37 seconds left? Let's just give him that.
He's so fucking
because that's just
good.
the normal thing he's doing. Let's add on sucking up to Ben because this is his last year as a quarterback. Class act, Aaron Rodgers.
You think he's coming back? You think he's coming?
No, he's done.
No, you think
Man,
Rodgers is coming to Pittsburgh?
What? Well, that's the next game, is right? It's not a home game though.
No, the rumor is he's coming here next season.
Hell no. He's just trying to trend this week. He's just trending his life because he's going to go on Pat McAfee. We're going to play the Steelers. You got to what else is happening in Pittsburgh? Oh, Pittsburgh dad's a topic thing. I can talk to McAfee about that. And I can also talk how I'm smacking everyone's ass around the NFL.
You think he's just pandering?
Yeah, he's just pandering.
I thought he wanted to come here. I was excited.
No, that would be wild. How are you going to get a guy older than Ben or the same age as Ben?
Because one's good.
That's so
Tom
true.
Brady's 6 years older than Ben.
That's true.
And Tom Brady at 44 years old is better than Ben at any point in his
Listen,
fucking
half the
career.
reason Ben is done because we didn't have an offensive line
Shut
when
up.
we were winning those Super Bowls.
Ben was overrated his whole fucking career.
Dude, he was being crushed for 3 or 4 years. Just crushed.
When they won the Super Bowl, the first one, he had the lowest quarterback rating
Yeah.
of all
That
time.
was a sick. But he was awesome that season, though.
Who gives a
Season-
fuck?
Yeah.
The second Super Bowl he won, he had one good drive.
He was still on. He was good. That was
Fuck
clutch.
you.
Because he had 6 games. I think we had discussion before. He had 6 games that season.
Oh wow,
where he came back
he
like
beat the
that.
number 26 defense in a Super Bowl. Wow.
You were like so like anti-Ben. You're like fucking done with Ben, aren't
I
you?
fucking can't stand
You're done
him.
with him. You want your boy Mason in
He's
right now.
he's got these shirts that come out now.
Like his merch? Is
He's
this his
got merch at Heinz Field.
Okay.
It says different. And it's spelled DIF, 3 letters. You know how they instead of spelling a fucking word across the chest, they'll spread it out. They'll put 3 letters on the top
Yeah.
row, like a fucking tic-tac-toe
Live,
board.
laugh, fuck, or whatever.
Yeah,
Move
but it's just
around.
different, right?
Yeah.
And Ben's like,
different.
yeah, I'm doing this because, and there's a camera crew there, of course. Because Ben's a good guy now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. He's been good his whole life. Ben's a good
loves,
guy.
Loves dogs, married, has
Loves
kids.
dogs, faithful,
Yeah.
respectful. He fucking, listen to this. Ben's got all the rookies and everyone around him. He's like, I got this shirt called Different. And they're going to be sold at Heinz Field and people are going to buy them because they're built different. They think this team is different. Well, first of all, yeah, it is different.
It is different. It's a lot different than I ever
Really
remember.
fucking not for the good reason, idiot. Number 2, he's like, the reason why I'm putting these shirts together is because all the proceeds go to helping the homeless.
Aw.
Fuck that.
What? Are you saying fuck that just because fuck the homeless, or you didn't like
Both.
the setup? You didn't.
Ben, you've made $160 million in your career. You're going to help the homeless community by somebody pitching you a t-shirt for you to say it's my t-shirts.
You just give the money. Well, you know how this works, by the way, because
Drew Brees gave $10 million last year.
just
$10
last
million.
year,
Big Ben said, yeah, you can make a shirt for me.
make a shirt and then put it on my taxes, and then it's basically a negative.
And it's such a fucking pandering fraud bullshit moment. The documentary with Ben
I didn't even watch it, but I heard. Yeah.
playing catch with his kids, this loving family man. Shut the fuck up.
Wasn't it just awful documentary anyways,
It was
though?
terrible. It was
It, like-
made by Point Park kids.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's
You can
rough.
just tell it was like, oh, you have a nice camera, but you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. It's almost like daytime morning TV. It's like you're this is how you have to talk. We can't talk about anything else. And it basically makes you this character where it's just like everything is happy-go-lucky and we're always helping. Everyone's getting help. The poor kids, the poor, everyone's, all I'm doing is helping people my whole life.
Ben, you want to help this city? Retire.
Do you think...
Listen, Drew Brees gives $10 million. You took $11 million from us this year. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you for your service. But somebody needs to take him behind the shed and go, thank you, good night. Pfft. He wants the Derek Jeter fucking tour treatment. Where everyone's going, thank you, Ben, thank you, Ben, thank you, Ben, thank you, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Ben. It's like my dad, like, you know, everyone that famous "fuck you, Dad." Everyone always says,
like, "Fuck you, Ben." You know, you've had it.
Fuck you, Ben.
Deep down, there's a love that's still there.
I love
but you're
Ben.
over it. You're over it.
But it's over, bro.
It's over, man.
You fucked us for 4 years now.
Yeah,
I'm sick of it.
I'm sorry. I feel bad for you.
I golfed. I had to stress out. I went to the driving range. I got a new driver. I shattered it.
Wait, the brand new one?
Yep. It went further than the fucking ball.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm strong. Connor strong.
Connor strong.
He got 2 touchdowns last week.
There you go.
No, and then I did a show. I did an after party event for some golf outing. It was they raised money for one of the golfers' daughters who's, I think, battling cancer right now.
Okay.
I hope she's doing well. I'm not sure.
You're helping people. Way to go, Matt. So you're such a good person.
No, I got paid for this, and I had no idea who they were. I didn't know what the fundraiser was until I showed up.
Classic.
Nice.
Nice.
But once I found out, I was happy about it. You know what I mean? I was like, it's cool. Like, I always do anytime I can do a fundraiser, I will.
I'd say all of a sudden, like, oh, cool, I get rid of some of my guilt today. This is great. Thanks, guys.
I mean, like, I was in that situation, and I know, like, you're too proud. Like, when I was sick, they did a fundraiser for me, and I didn't want anybody to give me money. I was too proud for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, I don't want this. I can't accept this. But dude, it helped me so much. And then I think about it, I'm like, well, if you were sick, you know, I would help you, even though you might not want it. You do it because you need it. So I do this fundraiser, and it was fucking chaos. They were like 45-year-old frat dudes.
Oh.
They're throwing each other into the fucking pool after my set. Just beat they grabbed the one chick's wife, called her a bitch, threw her in the fucking pool. The one dude got fucking F5'd, Brock Lesnar F5'd into the pool with his fucking phone in his pocket.
Oh,
They're
man.
like, fuck you, bro, get a new one. They're like, yeah, I will. And then I literally, like, once the second dude went in the pool, I put my phone, I put it over. I was like, if one of these motherfuckers I'm going to kill someone. So I just put my phone away.
What phone do you have? You have an iPhone?
I have a 12 Max.
It'd make it. It'd make it in the poll.
No, it wouldn't.
You don't think?
No, I had to get one replaced.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't think it would make it. So anyways, Saturday, I'm back with Chris DiStefano at the at Jurgles in Warrendale.
Guy's from MTV.
Super funny comedian, fucking amazing guy. I kind of burned my bridge when I met him.
Wait, you already fucked it up?
Yeah, I fucked it up. So listen to this. I had a show at the Improv. I headlined it. It was a lights out show. Headlined it Thursday night. We were at the Improv drinking until 6:30 in the morning. I forgot that I was running press that day, and I had to take Chris DiStefano to DVE, to all these places. And it's like 7:10. I'm fucking blasted. Chris already got his limo. He's on his way to DVE. I'm like, I need a ride. So Jeremiah, the bartender at the Improv, drives me to DVE. They're recording live. I fucking start stumbling in. Oh my God. Just going. And they're like, shh. And I go, shh. Yeah, shh. Yeah. I'm like, be quiet. And Randy's like, Matt, be quiet. I go, fuck you. You be quiet. Drunk, humiliatingly drunk. And then we just leave after that. I go back home. I go to sleep. I'm like, wow, I just ruined my relationship with DVE. This guy that I've never fucking met. And
Comedy Central guy.
And I have to do three nights with this fucking guy now. and I blackout drink, hammered at 7:30 in the morning. What do you think this guy thinks of me, right?
Either he thinks you're just the best, like this guy,
He doesn't
fucking
drink.
boss. Oh, so
Doesn't drink.
man.
So I'm a huge piece of shit.
You just yeah. It sounded like you're a huge piece of shit to this guy.
So I see DeStefano at like 7:00 the night of the first show that night, you know, because I slept and I had so much anxiety. Like I was just fucking freaking out. I don't even want to do the show. I'm so embarrassed. He was so nice to me, but I was still so uncomfortable. And I didn't drink the whole time. You know what I mean? Like you're like, you can't drink.
No, you're
like
fucked
I'm
it.
not having one drink.
Yeah, you can't do it now.
So I don't have any. And I after the first show, I go, hey bro, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know I was supposed to do this. I was out drinking. I had a show last night. We were partying. And he's like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, cool. We bullshitted. We were cool, but we're not friends.
Yeah.
You know, it was an okay weekend.
You work with colleagues at the time.
And so it's gonna be. I'm curious to see but he was nice to me. Like when I was on stage, he complimented me. He's like, oh, Matt Light, he's in shape, good looking dude. You know, keep going for him. This is when I was in shape, so obviously not now. Years ago.
Were you embarrassed because you want to fuck this guy? Is that really?
I know he's a good looking dude.
He's a good looking guy.
I'd fuck him. But no, I was embarrassed just because he's a headliner. He's a guy that travels. You don't want to burn bridges with anybody. And also I don't want anyone to think that like, oh, I'm this fucking drunk idiot. So I got the show with him Saturday.
That's why we should maybe stop doing this podcast.
No. 3 shows, 4:00, a 7 and a 9. 7 and 9 are sold out. We're doing a 4:00, 4 p.m. show. So if I show up to the 4 p.m. show blasted on a Saturday, he's just going to be like, get the fuck out.
That's it.
So that's what I'm doing. What do you got coming up?
So you're going to go get blasted? Is that what you said?
No,
you're like, so I'm going to go get blasted.
So I'm going to get blasted and fucking make sure that relationship is totally done. No, I'm going to be sober. I'm not going to drink. I don't need to drink to have fun.
It helps a little bit.
It helps when all your friends are doing it. And they tell you, drink, pussy.
It seems to be like usually, though, if I have anyone telling me to drink, it's you.
Yeah, because I don't want to be the only one.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so figure it out.
Exactly.
We're done. What do you think? We're done.
We're done, unless you want to talk about Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's the only thing trending right now.
Oh, yeah. So real quick, if Dog the Bounty Hunter does not catch this fucking guy.
Oh, so you're pro dog then?
I'm so pro dog, right? Like his wife is dead.
I forgave the whole backstory. I can't believe this guy is finding his way to TV
the big tits, the massive tits.
She's dead?
They're still alive. She's dead.
I did not know she was dead.
Dog is the fucking goat, right? Like the best thing about Dog is like Dog would track you down with his like Dog was the first Tiger King.
That you're right, dude. He's such a Tiger King vibe. 100%.
Dog was the first, because remember his like his son-in-law or whatever, these hillbilly idiots. They're like, I'm gonna go get him with you.
Yeah.
And they all get him, and then Dog fucking brainwashes them once he arrests them. He's like, hey man, maybe you need to find Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he always like his Dr. Phil once you get arrested.
Yeah, and he's like, you get your life around, you know, you get your kids around. I know you're going to jail for 30 years because I just fucking speared you into a cutlass. But
yeah. By the way, my warrants, I don't got no warrants. What are you talking about?
Yeah. By the way, you want a cigarette, bro?
Yeah.
He always offers cigarettes.
It's a good icebreaker, I guess. For those type of people.
There you go. I know your life is over. Have a fucking Marlboro menthol, you fucking bum. Yeah, that's it. Dog's gonna catch him.
I just think it's crazy.
And they have to make a movie about Dog if he catches him.
I guess now, but the news—that's what the news is all about. Like, especially for some reason, Fox loves it more, but everyone's on it now.
Wonder why?
It went from like I don't even see the girl anymore. I'll be going through the feed. I'm like, oh, there's Dog, and Dog's like, I think I got him. I think I know where he was. And then the FBI is just like, he's gonna mess up either the real case or he will be the savior. I don't know.
It's gonna be like one of those Rush Hour or what is that movie? Beverly Hills
Cop.
Yeah, Clop. Beverly Hills Clop.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Where like nobody wants him involved, right?
Right.
But Dog's like, I got this, bro. Whatever Hawaiian shit.
That's what it kind of feels like. They know
Isn't
wants
he
him
in
involved.
Hawaii? Where is Dog from?
I don't know. He looks so ridiculous every single time. He used to be a little bit more in shape, but now he's fatter.
What's he look like now?
More...
Does he look like shit?
He just looks like he just like someone threw up like spaghetti on him.
He just looks like a Halloween costume version of himself now.
Exactly what he looks like. Like if South Park did like a version of him and then, someone watched that and like that's my Halloween costume is actually
if
the
he
dog
catches
from
him,
South Park.
Everyone's going to be him for Halloween.
If he catches him, he's going to have his own network.
Yeah.
Like it will be huge.
It's
like
dog.
I haven't even mentioned the girl's name. No one even cares about.
We don't remember
happening.
it. Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby something.
What's the guy's name?
Guy's name's Brian. That's the guy. They're actually looking for Brian now, which I don't get how.
Well, we found Gabby.
Yeah, we did. They did find. We didn't find Gabby.
Wow.
The FBI.
I knew where she was.
Found Gabby. Where knew where she was?
Yeah, dead somewhere.
So sad. The world is.
It is sad.
Up. The world's fucked up.
You
now.
can't even say hi to Brian, or they're gonna think you're his friend. What'd I tell you?
Brian's gonna have his own show if he's not dead.
What do you mean? What is it gonna be? Him and Edward Snowden on the Catch Me If You Can network?
He's like, no, this is what I did. I went down in the woods and I ran like that because he'll have how he got away for so long.
OJ's like, you didn't kill your girlfriend, but if you did, I bet this is how you did it.
OJ, he's had to say something about this, right?
How about what OJ said last week or 2 weeks ago?
What we talked about that? What did he say?
He's like, I don't even want to live in LA anymore because I don't want my wife's killer to find me. Bro, look in the mirror. If you don't want to kill yourself, I think you'll be fine.
Everyone's moving to Austin, Texas. OJ's moving to Austin, Texas.
Austin's a shithole.
Brian's gonna move to Austin, Texas.
Dude, you cannot talk today.
No, I
Beverly
can't.
Hills Slop 3.
I actually have a secret.
Texas.
You can't tell. I'm wearing Invisalign.
Invisalign.
And see, I can't. And I knew I was gonna have trouble talking.
How old are you?
Invisalign is for adults. I could have got braces.
Yeah, but how old are you?
I'm 37.
How long will you have them on till?
For another 6 months.
Did you have braces before?
When I was really young, yeah.
So what happened?
I didn't have insurance for a while, and I had to get a tooth pulled. And then they all.
And what? Like when you don't have your insurance, the dentist goes, "You got to come in. We're taking these off."
Literally, I didn't have insurance. I had to go down to pit, and I was like in the dungeon. It was awful. Like paying I feel like I was paying like Dr. Frankenstein like $100 to rip my people like on my chair, 2-3 of them to do it, like literally ripping out a tooth.
John Evans has a great joke about going to Pit Dental. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
He has to go there and he had to get a tooth pulled or something. And John Evans, great comedian by the way. They were like, well, I think we should do X-rays. And they're all students. And John Evans is like, for what? And she goes, I don't know, practice. And so she goes, all right, stand here. We're going to take a picture. And he's like, shouldn't I put on the weighted vest? She goes, oh, yeah, I forgot. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what it is. I had no insurance. So the first people that tried it were students, and they couldn't get the tooth out. And then the main doctor dentist tried to do it, and he couldn't get it out. And then eventually they had like 2 or 3 people over top of me in this dungeon, no windows. It looked like, a scene from Saw.
Yeah.
And they're just ripping. At this time, it hurts, but at this time, I don't care. It was hurting more beforehand. I just get it out.
Fuck. You know what? Your story is not that important because you know what I just realized? What? I didn't pay my parking.
That's pretty important.
So we're done. This was episode 9. Dustin, also, honestly, the reason why I ended this because this suffering succotash shit you're saying is just making me sick, and I'm never gonna eat mashed potatoes again. So this was episode 9 of the Matt Light Podcast. You can check us out on Apple, Google, which nobody uses, and Spotify. Brought to you by The Pits, which is brought to you by TheGateway.media. What the fuck can we do for you? What the fuck do you want? Episode 9. Fuck her right in the pussy.